Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with Washington Gun Rights. Session's officially underway here in Olympia, and as everyone knows, we're in the fight of our lives again this year to stop radical gun control. I'm going to break down the top 3 or 4 threats we're facing this session, give you guys information on these bills. But first, I want to kind of paint the scene on where things stand right now here in Washington State. Election night at the federal level, as we all know, was a gift from God. America was literally pulled back from the brink of the radical left's agenda. We rejected, shellacked Kamala Harris, took back the White House, took back the United States Senate. And in many other blue states, the state level Democrats got their butts kicked as well. Minnesota, the Democrats, called the DFL, lost control of the House. In Michigan, the Democrats lost control of the House. In New York State, the Democrats lost their super majority in the Senate. And in Vermont, the Democrats almost lost both chambers of the legislature. So it wasn't just limited to federal success. Gun voters swung a huge club on election night that was felt far down the ballot. Sadly, as we all know, that was not the case here. Washington State was the only state that moved further to the left on election night 2024. And as a result, we're in for one heck of a fight in this current 2025 session. I think the main driver of this, frankly, is Bob Ferguson. You see, Jay Inslee was kind of your cut from central casting, radical leftist commie governor. He pushed the entire radical leftist commie playbook. He played it bit by bit. He didn't seem too very emotionally vested either way. He was going to do his job like a good radical leftist soldier and push the bills. If they passed, they passed. If they didn't, they didn't. Either way, he's moving out. He doesn't care. But Bob Ferguson is a different animal. Bob Ferguson clearly is a self-loathing, twisted little demented tyrant who not only hates himself, he especially hates gun owners like you and me. And he intends to pursue a gun control agenda with a lot more ferocity than Jay Inslee ever did. And that's why we're already seeing a lot of gun control bills filed this session. It's going to be a big fight. I'm going to break them down for you. Number 1 will be a permit to purchase firearms in the state. HB 1163 is the number. Because, of course, with violent crime spiking out of control all across the state, the first thing we should be doing in Bob Ferguson's mind is make it harder for you and me to buy firearms. That's what HB 1163 does. And again, just because we can pass this permit qualifier now doesn't mean they can't create all kinds of insane additional requirements down the road. Once the structure is in place, it can be amended. Most blue states even have already repealed these purchase permits because they have been held to be unconstitutional in the Bruin decision, and because for the most part, everyone knows the history of purchase permits were to keep undesirables, aka minorities, from buying firearms. So again, most states have gotten rid of them. Here, of course, in Washington, Bob Ferguson is hell-bent to enact that. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be a ban on bulk ammo sales, House Bill 1132, HB 1132. Again, with violent crime spiking, sexual assault, homicide, carjackings, robberies, armed robberies, of course, the natural way to crack down on that is to make it harder for you and I to buy bulk ammo. This bill makes it a crime to buy more than 1,000 rounds of ammo from a dealer. And of course, that might be plenty for some of us. It might be enough for your entire year. But for a lot of gun owners who train a lot, that's not enough ammo at all. And of course, the real response here is it's not the government's damn job to limit how many rounds of ammo we can buy. So if it's enough or not, that's not the point. This is a completely unconstitutional attack on our gun rights. And like the permit to purchase, once the structure is in place, it can be modified at any time. So today, it's a cap at 1,000 rounds. If they pass this next year, it can be capped at 100 rounds. We just don't know. We don't know. It's a completely tyrannical, unconstitutional attempt to effectively begin to disarm all of us. That's number 2. It's House Bill 1132. Preemption repeal is number 3. I don't have that bill number handy, but of course, everyone knows what this bill would do. These commie tyrants are not content with having already caused enough damage to public safety with their current liberal policies. Now they want to have the option for every city, every county to enact their own gun control laws. So what's legal here would not be legal over here. Every city, every county could enact their own gun control. And of course, it's only going to swing against us and against our gun rights. It would literally be a patchwork quilt where every county, you have to check every county before you travel there to see, can I have my gun here? Can I have my mag here? What's the laws in this county? It would be a nightmare for gun owners. And again, like all the rest of these things, would do nothing to stop violent crime. Last but not least, there's not a bill number on this yet, but we're hearing a lot of hubbub right now about ammo registration. We discussed bulk ammo bans, but now we're hearing about ammo registration. The idea behind this is they're mimicking this bill language off of what's happening right now in California and in New York, where in these states, you have to go through a separate state police background check at each point of sale and be approved to buy ammo the way we're approved to buy firearms. And of course, what this does is two things. It gives Bob Ferguson a list of every single round of ammunition that you own, number one. And number two, it doesn't do a damn thing to stop criminals. Not a single criminal, not a single rapist, murderer, carjacker, armed robber would go through this. So they get a much easier time to attack all of us. And if you want to buy ammo, you'd have to go and do it from one of these, go through a background check at these retail sales locations. It is terrible, terrible stuff. No bill number yet. We're told it's going to come very, very soon. Guys, it's going to be a big session. It's going to be a rough session. We haven't had anything but rough sessions in a couple of years. Everyone knows that. We're going to be engaged in this from the entire session long. Guys, we're only able to stop bills with your support. So do a couple things. Number one, keep an eye on your email inbox for our email updates. When we send out emails, they almost always have one-click action steps you can take to email your senator and your rep and tell him or her to vote no on gun control bills. If you don't get emails from us right now, go to WGR Alerts for Washington Gun Rights, alerts.com and get signed up today. That's number one. Number two, watch your phones for text alerts. Text alerts are becoming the best way for us to immediately reach out to gun owners and alert you to critical action in Olympia. I know sometimes it can be annoying, but this is no time to unsubscribe. Now is the time to be aware of what's going on and help us take action to stop these commies in the state capitals. And then number three, lastly, either renew or join up for the first time with Washington Gun Rights today. It's WashingtonGunRights.org. Go there, hit the button, and get involved in this fight. Tell your friends, tell your family as well. Again, guys, there's no easy way to say it. It's going to be a tough session. Ferguson is a demented tyrant who is hell-bent on doing much more damage to our gun rights. We must hold the line and push back. That's our goal here at Washington Gun Rights. Much more to come. Stay safe. We'll keep you informed.